Alright, so hello, VOD as well. This will be posted on YouTube. Welcome back, everybody. We got a brand new tornado warning here that was just issued right before, literally, I just switched over to start a forecast update, and the moment I did, the entire stream format turned red. So I already knew what was going on, but despite that, we have a tornado warning that is crossing over from the South Dakota line here into Nebraska. So this appears to be a radar indicated tornado warning. National Weather Service in northeastern Cherry County in National Weather Service in North Platte has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Cherry County and north central Nebraska going on until 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Lakeview, or 15 miles northwest of Valentine, moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. So this contains a tornado and baseball-sized hail. So this is a radar-indicated rotation. So flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur, and tree damage is also likely. So locations that are impacted will include Valentine and Crookston, including the following highways as well. Highway 20 between mile markers 182 and 199. Highway 97 between mile markers 183 and 141. Highway 83 between mile markers 213 and 222. Highway 12 between mile markers 1 and 2. Can I highlight all this? They added the highlight. Okay, so I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste that over in Discord to notify. Just to make sure here. So once again, this is a tornado warning. Not confirmed. That's good. But, yeah. Got over 194 notifications. That is wild. And that's all from meteorologist discussion here. Because the severe alerts. So give me 1 minute as we get ready to cover this. And we do have a new central alert repository alert. Gotta type this out. Oh boy. Sorry, everybody. Okay. So again, I'm alerting everybody of this just really quickly here. Okay. Now that that is settled, now that we can get that out of the way, we have again active tornado warning is radar indicated. Got 2.75 inch by diameter hail in the storm. We got 33 minutes left on it. So this has tornado and baseball size hail in it. So we got to keep an eye. We got to keep a close eye on it. So if you're in the Valentine and Crookston area, so Crookston, you're coming up pretty quickly here. We're going to check velocity. No, that doesn't look good at all. So, Crookston, your sirens should be going off. You need to be taking shelter. I don't know if there's any spotters in the area. What I am going to do is we're going to go back to HazCams and we are going to check that. So, while I do that, I'll go ahead and put you back over our alert or our risks today. Hail outlook maxed out at significant. Today, the whole state area is only maxing out at a 1 out of 5 marginal. Tornado threats at a 5% today. That's 2 out of 5. And wind outlook is getting maxed out at 2 out of 5, 15%. I love how our record for tornado threats is always going to be maxing out at 2% on the threat factor, but we've been getting several tornado warnings and tornado watches, and we don't even think to update the risk. So I'm not going to narc on that very long, but that's just something to think about it. So if my history would load, so I can go back to HazCams. There we go. Okay. Do we have, while I'm on it, I'm going to put you to SkyCams. So looking I-680 north of Pacific, looking pretty clear out there. I-680 at 72nd Street, looking just a bit of clouds, looking like a nice evening over there. But overall, I-680 31st Street, looking pretty quiet on the bridge there. The waters do appear to be a bit high today, though. I-680 31st Street North Omaha, looking pretty fine. Skies pretty much mostly cloudy. I-680 Winninghoff Drive, getting a nice, looks like there's thunderclouds out in the distance, but a nice evening overall over there. We were seeing a lot of storms last night on the late night cam, but overall, if you give me just a second, we're going to track to see if there's any chasers out here. From what I see directly, there appears to be nobody. So let me search to see if we have any other sky cams here. No? Okay. Okay, so it does not appear, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you back over here. I love it when I press the full screen button and not the transition button. I hate my keyframes, or not my keyframes, my hotkeys. Excuse me. But otherwise, yeah, if you're in the Crookston area, you need to be starting to take your shelter spot. You need to be starting to take your safe spots. Valentine coming up here, you should probably get ready. Probably pack all your stuff and get ready to go to your safe spots, but I don't think so right now. I'm going to go on standby, and I'll be right back as I grab some more information on this tornado warning. Okay, let's go ahead and bring it back here. So, overall, still not on the ground right now. And this severe thunderstorm warning does list that there's a tornado possible in it, but currently, from what I'm seeing, we got a wind gust report 5 miles north of Crookston. So this is getting pretty close here, but I also do want to take a look at the build of this tornado here. So I'm going to bring you over to our full screen camera of the radar, and I'm going to show you really what's going to go on here within the next few minutes. So right here would be our rotation. I would say the rotation's probably right about here, and this is probably right where, if there's a funnel, it's going to drop right around there. Now, the thing about that is, we got this big inflow notch right here. That means we got a big wave of, like, we got a big wall of air. And that big wall of air is going to keep going into an updraft. And usually, typically, what we see with these supercells, if a tornado is present, typically the storm actually wants to go straight back up into the parent supercell, like the tornado entirely. If we see a big wall of air here, that means that it's blocking the tornado from going back up into the clouds, meaning there's going to be a tornado on the ground. It's going to produce havoc. It's probably going to go over here. Since it's heading this direction, it's probably going to impact the folks at Valentine over here. And then at the same time, we also have a huge inflow draft coming up here as well. See how it's taking all the air from this storm and it's just feeding it in there? So that's what we're going to be seeing for the next couple of minutes here as the storm keeps going on. I'm going to bring you back to our main frame, but that's what we're mainly seeing right now, and that's the thing that mainly concerns me from my point of view at this time. But we have two severe thunderstorm warnings active in the Nebraska area. We got one up here, or is there another? No, there's one up here, and then there should be, yeah, another storm that's starting to impact the area down here that also has rotation. So Benkelman, Max, Stratton, Trenton, we'll keep an eye on you, but you might be in the path. And not only that, but just like I was saying a few days, just literally yesterday, the entire central, south, the entire central, south central, north central, northeast, parts of eastern Nebraska, east central Nebraska, and southeast, and even a bit of south central or southwest Nebraska is now under a heat advisory that doesn't expire until tomorrow. So this impacts the following counties: Cherry, Keapaha, Boyd, Brown, Rock, Holt, Thomas, Blaine, Loop, Garfield, Wheeler, Logan, Custer, Lincoln, Chase, Hayes, Frontier, including the cities of Valentine, Springview, Spencer, Butte, Lynch, Ainsworth, Bassett, Rose, O'Neill, Atkinson, Thedford, Halsey. If I'm butchering any of these names, please say so in the comments. I apologize if I have. Dunning, Purdom, Brewster, Taylor, Burwell, Bartlett, Erickson, Stapleton, Broken Bow, North Platte, Champion, and Enders, I guess, Imperial, Walnetta, Hayes Center, Curtis, Eustis, and Maywood, going from 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or noon Mountain Daylight Time, to 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time on Monday. So it's currently Sunday, so we got a bit left here. Again, this is 7/20 of 2025, July 20th of 2025. So this tornado watch only affects mainly 4 counties here. Tornado warning was updated, but it is still radar indicated. Was located now over Sikanju Village, or 8 miles northwest of Valentine, moving southeast to 25 miles per hour. So Valentine, you're going to be getting this storm here in a bit, so we got to keep an eye out. We got to keep an eye out. New IEM notification. Let me check here. Okay, so I got tags on this radar indicated tornado warning. I got radar indicated tornado, developing tornado, radar indicated, and baseball size hail from the last report. And that's coming from our Atmospheric X KB weather server integration. So, yeah. So we'll keep an eye on that. But at this time, from what I'm looking at from our recent radar update, I'm going to go ahead and bring you back here because we got to do another rundown because this is starting to look pretty serious. So if I go here and I give you a look at what's going on, so this is what's going on. As you can see from our arrow, this is what's happening. We have the tornado warning here that lasts for another 20 minutes. This is radar indicated, so I'm going to keep this window here for you. But you can see this arrow points the direction in which this storm is heading. So Valentine is going to be in the main area. The thing that concerns me here, we have a hook echo up here. We have an inflow notch right here. We have a bunch of air that's rushing into this right here. And this is the main rotation. And whatever it is, it may be starting to form right around here. If this does work out, this could be a pretty strong tornado heading straight for the Valentine area. So everybody in the Valentine area, I need you to take shelter now. Your sirens should have already gone off. They should be well calmed down by now, but they might go off here again if this goes confirmed. You need to be prepared because this thing's about to go confirmed. I am going to put my bets on it. It's going to go confirmed. I hate to tell you that, but it's going to happen. And we also do have an update on this severe thunderstorm warning. Now this is destructive, so we have a new destructive severe thunderstorm warning as well. Not good. Not good at all. Where did active events go? So I did post this, the tornado warning in this server, and then down here in the KBWX server here, there's already, yeah, severe thunderstorm warning destructive was just updated for Cherry County. So this is destructive, and it also has a tornado possible. That is in the listing, so we need to be keeping a close eye out on that. Where am I going? IEM notifications. Do we have, wait. Okay, that was yesterday. I am not up to date. I need to scroll all the way down. So there's nothing that yet coming through here besides a hazardous weather outlook. But so that's what I'm seeing right now. But yeah, so we're going to keep an eye on that as it goes. I'm going to bring you back again to my screen as this happens. Why is my screen locking? What's going on? But anyway, yeah, so we're going to stay here because this storm obviously is rotating pretty damn bad. Who's out here? And are they live streaming? John McKinney. Hello, it's me, Somerset WX from the server. Oh, oh yeah, you did just join. Hello, Somerset WX. But you aren't streaming. We need a chaser that's live streaming right now, so I can share their feed. Of course, I do need to ask permission, but it does make it a lot better if we have somebody's live feed. So once again, I'm going to recall this for those of you just joining us here. We have a huge inflow notch, or we have a huge wave of inflow coming in from the top here. This is probably my estimated guess of where this rotation is, heading straight for the Valentine area. Then we also, it's kind of hard to see. I'm pretty sure it's still right here. We have this still a big wall of air, meaning this isn't pretty much still an inflow, even if it's not showing an inflow notch here. Um, there were almost no chasers this entire day. Yeah, that's the bad thing about that. But so if there is a tornado forming right here, if this is trying to drop on the ground, that's bad news for us because if there's this big inflow wave and a bunch of air flowing into this storm up here, you can tell that by radar. If it drops, if there's a big wall of air blocking it, typically tornadoes want to go back into the supercell once they actually touch the ground, believe it or not. But if there's a big wall of air here, that means that's going to be prevented entirely, and this tornado is going to stay on the ground and produce havoc. So I'm going to bring you back to the full screen here because this is starting to get a little intense from what I'm seeing here. So if you're in the Valentine area, your siren should start going off here. This is still radar indicated. We still have 15 minutes on this, but what that means for you, that means Valentine may get hit by a tornado. What that means you should do, you need to get to your shelter immediately, and that means no staying above ground, no staying above ground, no recording the tornado. If you see a tornado on the ground, you get to shelter. I've been seeing so many YouTube shorts and TikToks on the internet of people who would just sit there and record tornadoes hitting their house. That's great. Sure, content, that's great. But what if you die? What happens when you die? And my camera is glitching out. Not why talking about the Skycam. Why is the Skycam glitching out this bad? Okay, hopefully that fixes it. That didn't fix it. I'm angry. Let's keep going back to what I was talking about. If this is a real situation and if you see a tornado on the ground, take it seriously. Do not stay above ground. Don't do that. I mean, I know I'm not your parents. I'm not telling you what to do. It's at your own risk for what you do, but I'm telling you what you should and shouldn't do for like a cause that you don't die. But it is your choice on whatever you may or may not do. Because I'm behind a screen. I can't stop you. You just need to sit down and think. Is it worth risking my life over getting this footage? Leave that to the storm chasers. Just let's keep going. Right now, I'm going to go update you on your SPC for today. Wind outlook maxing out at 2 out of 5, 15%. Hail outlook maxing out all the way at a significant percent, so that's 5 out of 5. Day 1 severe weather outlook overall is just a marginal risk. And then overall, a tornado outlook is only a 2 out of 5. 10, or 2, yeah, 5%. I could not speak there for a minute. Going on to your Skycams just really quickly here. I'm also going to bring you there. I-680 West Dodge, starting to see some dark clouds over there. I-680 at 4th Street, looking pretty nice. Looks like a good evening. Look out for that construction there on the road, though. Overall, as we keep going on, are you going to switch? Thank you. I-680 North Pacific, starting to look like we got some thunderheads over there, but overall, pretty clear skies. Looking like a nice evening. Be safe out there when you're driving, especially on these roads where these storms are hitting. I-680 Highway 133 looking pretty quiet. Looks like we got some construction down there, so we'll keep an eye on that. Otherwise, I'm going to bring you back to the full screen radar over here because this is starting to get pretty bad from what I'm seeing here. So Valentine, you're just starting to get hit by this. So I need everybody in the area to start taking shelter now. This is still only radar indicated. We only got 12 minutes left on it, but it may get extended. So if you see this arrow right here, it's kind of hard to see because of how much red is on the radar. That is where the storm is heading, and I'm going to go ahead and bring you back to velocity as this comes in, because this is looking like a pretty tight rotation. There is also pretty good inflow notch here. See this area that's nothing's happening? I'm pretty sure that's the eye of the supercell right there, but not the eye of the tornado. There's no tornado as I can see, and there's no eye that you would be able to see if you were inside the tornado. Let me make that clear. Oh, why? This has been a 3-day stretch, maybe even 4 days, that we've had tornado outbreaks, or that we've had tornadoes. This should be called a very slow tornado outbreak, but overall, I don't know why we're still ruling this as a only 5% tornado outlook. This should be maxing out if we've had multiple nights where we've seen tornadoes. And why is it a marginal risk night? That's my question too. But yeah, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that was just brought over Central Alert Repository. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. Let's go to Central Alert Repository. Central Alert Repository. Thank you. All right, so yeah, here's the one. So I'm going to go ahead and play it for you right about now. Well, it would actually help if I turned on my desktop audio now that I think about it. Okay, right about now.
The National Weather Service in North Platte has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for east central Cherry County in north central Nebraska until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 8:09 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 15 miles northeast of Valentine National Wildlife Refuge.
So for some reason, I also did need to mention we do not have a tornado warning EAS yet.
Affected hazards include ping-pong ball-size hail and 60 miles per hour wind gusts. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Wood Lake, Big Alkali Lake State Wildlife Management Area, and Schlagle Creek State Wildlife Management Area. This includes the following highways: Highway 20 between mile markers 206 and 224. Highway 83 between mile markers 192 and 205. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. A tornado watch remains in effect until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time for north central Nebraska. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following county: Cherry, Nebraska.
Alright, so there's that transmission. I'll just go ahead and close out Central Alert Repository. Still not getting a tornado warning on there yet. So that's the only concern of mine that we have. Turning off desktop audio so I don't have an echo going on. So if you're in the Valentine area, you need to be taking your safe spot. Sirens should have already gone off a long time ago. So if you didn't hear that, you need to be taking shelter. Hopefully your wireless emergency alerts should have gone off. Hopefully if you have a weather radio, you got that. For some reason that didn't transmit over cable. Geez, hopefully you're safe from the thunderstorm tornado. Yeah, so the Lincoln studio. So this is where the tornado warning is. The Lincoln studio is all the way down here, right in Lincoln. I'm not telling you the approximate location because, or I'm not telling you the exact location because, for obvious reasons. But yes, we are plenty safe for now. At least didn't even go over our weather radios here. So I'm gonna bring you back to the main screen though, just so you can have all the screen assets here. You can still see everything in its full original form. 3 severe thunderstorm warnings have been currently registered. We got one down here. This supercell looks like it might produce something. I'm not going to go check the velocity on that one. Then we got the tornado warned one up here. Then we got a whole nother storm down here that's also starting to go into the Nebraska area. It's even got a flood advisory on it. I also do want to keep attention on. Oh, it does look like we updated it. Oh, the heat. So we also do have a heat advisory that was issued for Phillips County. So for the following counties: Phillips, Smith, Jewell, Rocks, Osborne, Mitchell, Valley, Greeley, Nance, Sherman, Howard, Merrick, Polk, Dawson, Buffalo, Hall, Hamilton, York, Gosper, Phelps, Kearney, Adams, Clay, Fillmore, Furnace, Harlan, Franklin, Webster, Knuckles, and Thayer. So that starts from noon Monday to 8 p.m. Tuesday. So that does include heat index values that are expected to max out between 102 and 108 both Monday and Tuesday afternoon. So, yeah, impacts would be hot temperatures and high humidity may cause heat illness. So, again, that's from noon Monday to 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Tuesday. And if you're on Mountain Daylight Time, that would be this. I think that's the same time in Mountain Daylight Time. Maybe they put no, that was on Central Daylight. So if that's in Mountain Daylight Time, it's going to be 11 o'clock a.m. for you guys to about 7 o'clock as well. And there's nobody in Eastern Daylight Time here. I just added that for some folks all over the U.S., which I might add the coastal time time zones as well later on to that clock. All the clock times that I have listed are right down there. I'm on my PC. I'm gonna boot up the Atmospheric X software in my the what? All right. Well, anything to stay prepared. So, I don't know if this storm still isn't confirmed. It does expire in 4 more minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over your forecast update that we were going to do right before the storm hits. I literally crossed off, like really, I literally did what? I can't speak. I transitioned over to the mainframe, and all of a sudden, as soon as I do that, everything turns red. Oh man, that's just my luck, isn't it? But otherwise, yeah. So that's what we're seeing right now. We'll keep you on track. Oh yeah, Atmospheric X. We use Atmospheric X in the KB Weather Server still for updates. I still have it running in the background. I used to use Atmospheric X. You can see that on my channel history, but now I use my own system made up of a bunch of HTML sources. Yeah. I do think the creator of Atmospheric X runs really well. And before we were using Atmospheric X, I was doing this all by manually using hotkeys to control text that says tornado warning, severe thunderstorm warning, and all that stuff. It was a hot mess. So I'm glad I finally got Atmospheric X, and then after that I turned it around by learning HTML coding and Python coding, and I got everything turned around. We got actual dynamic sources that I don't need to update myself. Tornado risk prediction is at the 100% range right now, probably because we have a tornado warning that expires in less than, I can't see it, click on it, expires in less than 2 minutes. So, overall, right now for your forecast update, as you can see, we got the tornado watch up here. We got a few severe thunderstorm warnings. We got a storm we're going to keep an eye on up here, and then another one down here that's also going to produce some storms. Lincoln overall might see some storms tonight as the night pushes along. We might see some storms come in. Overall, this is what radar is looking like right now. This storm's heading northeast. This storm's heading down southeast. So this storm might head just barely close to Lincoln, and it all depends on if this storm expands and gets stronger as it pushes down to the southeast, whether or not the capital city is going to get any rain. But overall, we're seeing a possible chance for tornadoes up there in those northwestern 4 counties. Otherwise, the rest of the state's mostly in a heat advisory, so we're going to expect a lot of heat over the next couple of days. Hopefully, some moisture will cool some folks down. This is definitely not the day to mow the lawn, I'll definitely tell you that. But overall, if you're traveling right now, keep that AC on. I-680 Maple Street showing a lot of traffic. We do have a lot of construction on the highways over in the Nebraska area right now. For a lot of folks, near a lot of folks, especially on I-680 and I-80, we're going to keep an eye on that as that goes along to see how that will affect the road weather conditions on top with that construction. But overall, new wind gust report 5 miles north of Crookston, Nebraska. So, but yeah, so that's what we're seeing right now. We'll keep an eye on mainly most of the stuff going on here. I'm going to keep you on until this tornado warning expires, and then I'll go ahead and put you back to your 24/7 weather here. So this VOD recording will come to an end pretty soon here. This tornado warning actually expires just now. Hey, would you look at that? So overall, we're going to wait just here for a quick minute, wait for the theme to go back to yellow to our tornado watch, and wait for just a bit. So we still got this severe thunderstorm warning, doesn't say it, but this one up here still says it's got a tornado possible. This severe thunderstorm warning up here also only has 15 minutes left. The lower one down here has about 30 minutes left. So we'll keep an eye on both. We also got a possible flood advisory staying around here. Question: what is the app you use to play the alerts, if you don't mind telling? Yeah, that's a public website you can find. It's made by the Global Weather and EAS Society. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called Central Alert Repository. You can download it on your phone, iOS and Android, or you can just get it on your browser as well if you want to try that out. And it does look like our tornado warning did expire, but we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. So I'll go ahead and cover over this. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning. Got an hour left on that. Damage threat is destructive. Over 80 mile per hour winds were reported with the 1.75 inch hail that was radar indicated. So this expires in an hour. So this goes until 9:30. So destructive thunderstorm for Valentine. No problem. And you definitely want to be still in your home. But yeah, so hazard though is 80 mile per hour wind gusts and golf ball size hail. Source was reported by trained weather spotters. Locations do impact the Valentine and Smith Falls State Park area. God. It also impacts following highways: Highway 20 between mile markers 193 and 216, Highway 97 between mile markers 138 and 141, Highway 83 between mile markers 202 and 219, Highway 12 between mile markers 1 and 16. So for your protection, please move into an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, and also be advised there is still a tornado watch that will remain in effect until 11 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time for north central Nebraska. That being said, I think that's final for the severe weather coverage unless we get another tornado warning. Overall, the severe weather threat, we do have a lot of destructive severe thunderstorm warnings that we'll keep an eye on up here. But otherwise, I will come back on if there's any other updates on that storm, or if that storm became even more destructive, or if we have another tornado warning. So, but otherwise, yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. We're going to go ahead and run over your threats for tonight once again. Hail outlook maxing out all the way at 5 out of 5, significant. Overall today we got a marginal risk 1 out of 5, tornado threat 2 out of 5, 5%. And the wind outlook is 2 out of 5, 15%. I think I went over the wind outlook already, but yeah. So let's go back to our sky cam. I-680 Maple Street, looking like a nice evening over there. Maybe a bit of cloud cover. I-680 West Dodge, starting to look like we got some thunderheads. Maybe some clouds keep an eye on, but nothing too concerning as we go into the evening hours. I-680 at Wenninghoff Road, not Drive. Got some clouds, but overall nice evening over there. Stay safe on the road as we keep going on, though. We got some flood alerts coming up pretty soon here as we go into the night. I-680 North Pacific, looking pretty nice out there. Got a few clouds in the distance, but nothing much. And then I-680 31st Street in North Omaha, looking cloudy, looking like we got some clouds, but overall just a nice evening. We can even see the sun setting over the horizon there. But yeah, so that's what we're seeing right now. And I'll go ahead and put you straight back to your 24/7 weather until the next update. All right, goodbye. I'll see you in. If there's nothing new to report on, I'll see you in a couple of hours when I do my next report.